If you have not seen Spider-Man Far From Home, please exit this video right now because I'm going to be saying a lot of spoilers within this video. So like I said, if you haven't seen it, click out. If you don't care, then stay tuned to the video because I have a lot and not a lot to say. So yeah, let's get into it.
Run, Barry, run!
What is going on, Reid Nation? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. You guys are amazing. You guys are cool. And before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Amazing. I do apologize that I have been gone once again for so long. I actually had a lot of stuff going on, you know, a lot of stuff going on personally with me. And I literally forgot to charge this for like a week. Like I think, not a week, but I think like 6 days. So I'm like, dang. So I put it on charge yesterday because I knew I had to make this video. This video has been in the making in my head for like a couple of days. And I'm like, I finally got to do it. So we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home is literally the second best Spider-Man film of all time. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why. Like I said in the beginning, if you haven't seen the movie, please exit out. If you do not care, then stay tuned. It shows a lot of character development and it shows a lot of the strengths and weaknesses. Now, the reason why it's not the first best Spider-Man film of all time or the best, #1 best Spider-Man film of all time is because I can personally go back and watch Spider-Man 2 and feel that connection between Spider-Man, aka Tobey Maguire, and feel what he's going through, having to keep this identity a secret, but wanting to be with Mary Jane, but he couldn't be with Mary Jane because the villains always like get to her and stuff like that. I felt like I could relate more to that Spider-Man, and I felt like his character development was so strong to me that, you know, he's still at, you know, the top #1 best Spider-Man film of all time. Now, will that ever break? It's going to happen. There's going to be a Spider-Man film that's better than Spider-Man 2. We're going to get it. If not, you know, we're going to get it eventually. The reason why, like I said, Spider-Man Far From Home was second was because I related to it, but not as much as I would have for Spider-Man 2. Now, there are parts where him and Mary Jane are on the boat and he's looking at Mary Jane and Mary Jane looks at him and he turns away acting like he doesn't see her. There are parts where Mary Jane walks by him after he gets done buying something for her. Those type of parts, like, and then him wanting to not save the day, but just spend his time vacationing and spend his time with Mary Jane, the girl he likes. I can relate to something like that a little bit, not the superhero wise, but when you want to do something but something else is in the way and you're just like, I just want to spend my time with this person and I wanted to spend my time doing this and that with that person and just having fun. I can totally relate to that because I've been through that situation before. Now, another thing that makes it the second best film is the villain. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Homecoming had a better villain in Vulture, but Mysterio did have some good qualities. Now, a lot of stuff that Mysterio did was kind of like, but his reason behind it is pretty simple. It's kind of like the Vultures. They hate Tony Stark, you know what I'm saying? So he really was doing it to get back at Tony Stark for taking his idea and switching it, making a name and making it like a therapy session. So I kind of understood the reasons by it, but the illusions and just the way he beat Spider-Man up like throughout the movie before the end, it was just crazy. Like I said, the illusions were like off the charts. I couldn't believe it. It was like, I felt like it was better than the Arkham, not better than Arkham, but like better than what Scarecrow did in the movie with the Dark Knight stuff. And I do think it's better than the Arkham Knight series illusions too. I mean, I might be reaching with that, but like, I think it is. I literally think it is. What else? I gotta think of some other stuff in Spider-Man Far From Home. I've only seen it once, but I know a lot of stuff on top of my head. The suits were pretty cool. You know, there's a sequence where the suit is actually ripped and it's actually tore up which we haven't seen, I think, since the Andrew Garfield series, like the suit getting ripped and tore up, because in Homecoming his suit wasn't really ripped and tore up because he didn't really his Homecoming suit, like his the one that Tony made, he never really got to use that much, so we didn't really see that. But like stuff like that, suits ripping, a crazy battle, like the battle scenes that he had with the drones and Far From Home was outstanding. Like that was some Spider-Man, stuff. Like that was just off the charts. Cartoon, like it felt like I was watching the cartoons and the comics and stuff like that, where he's just like using the spider sense to battle all these things, and it's just outstanding. That's why I put it at number second, because we haven't had a Spider-Man film since the first one where he's just doing all the dodging and moving and bobbing and weaving. It's just, you've seen it from Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I personally don't want to count that. You're just dodging electricity, man. This man dodging shots at drones, and Spider-Man was dodging like what was that, Doc Ock tentacles and stuff like that. And honestly, like it's lit. It's honestly lit. But another thing to make it second, I really wanted to put it at number one. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to put it at number one, but Spider-Man 2 is just so relatable to me, and it shows the downfalls of It showed the downfalls of Peter Parker, and then it shows him coming back up, which Far From Home kind of sort of did do that. And what I mean is, they kind of showed the downfall of him after Tony Stark passed, and him trying to find the mantle or find somebody to replace Tony, because he knew he wasn't going to replace Tony. Then he finds Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, to replace Tony, and then when he thinks he's going to replace Tony, then he realizes, like, oh, this dude lied to me. So then he has to fight Mysterio, which leads to his character boosting up, because then he's with Mary Jane, and not Mary Jane, but MJ. He tells her how he feels, and it boosts his credibility up, which makes, at the end, him be his own man and be his own great Spider-Man. Because, like I said, throughout the movie, he was trying to find that Tony Stark figure so he can have that person that was just there for him. And then right at the end, he became his own man. Like, he's swinging around New York, and it's just off the charts, incredible. And if you haven't seen the post-credit scenes, this is why. I'm giving you another reason. I'm just giving you a whole bunch of reasons why it's the second greatest film. J. Jonah Jameson is in the first post-credit scene. My guy, my goodness, literally, I did not expect this, because this is what I was thinking. So they were talking about post-credit scenes. I'm thinking the post-credit scenes is going to set up for Norman Osborn. They're going to talk about the Avengers Tower and how it's going to be by Norman. And then they're going to talk about the Sinister Six. That's what I originally thought. But they came up with a loop. So basically, J. Jonah Jameson is going to be... He's doing the Daily Bugle, but it's not the newspaper. It's kind of like... I think it was a dude named Alex Jones. It's kind of like that, where he's just a local news reporter on a website where he talks about certain stuff. It's very like in this day of age, because who the hell would write it in newspapers? Most people don't read newspapers like that. Like, our generation don't read newspapers like that. That's realistic. That's realistic. So I think he's working on, I think the Daily Bugle's on a website where he's talking about stuff. And there was footage from Mysterio. If you don't know, after Mysterio supposedly died, the guy that was working on his illusions uploaded a sequence at the end if you see him loading it. And I knew something was wrong. I'm like, what's he loading? So as you see, he's loading a fake kind of like reshot footage or like edit footage of Mysterio, like talking about the illusions, like how he couldn't beat the illusions. And then Spider-Man talking about he's gonna take over the world to be the next Iron Man. And then he reveals that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. We have not had a movie that was that raw. We have not had a movie with a post-credit scene was that raw. Mysterio just admits who Spider-Man is, and J. Jonah Jameson's back. Like, we haven't seen J. Jonah Jameson back since Spider-Man 3. You know what I'm saying? Or back in the Spider-Man series in Spider-Man 3. Like, it's just insane. And then the second post-credit scene is that that Nick Fury and I can't think of the other lady name. I can't think of the other lady's name. That's other lady's name. And they were Skrulls. Like, come on now. How good can this movie get? You put James Jonah Jameson and you made the Nick Fury and I forgot her name, Skrulls. And then you realize Nick Fury's on the ship with the Skrulls and he's been there for probably, I don't know how long. I'm positive that he's been there for a while. I don't even think Nick Fury got dusted. I really don't. Because, look, it makes more sense for him not to get dusted. I don't think he did. I think he's been just watching it for 5 years. Maybe they're going to have it where he was told what was going to happen by somebody and he had to let it play out, kind of like Doctor Strange. That sounds kind of ridiculous, but what if that was the case? You know, what if that was the case? Like, what if Nick Fury knew what was going to happen through those 5 years, so he had to just chill and let it happen? That'll be some insane stuff, but I know Marvel's going to do something. They're going to, you know, do something crazy with this Skrull stuff because I honestly didn't expect the Skrulls. I really didn't, but it was cool. It was cool from what I seen. You know what I mean? But these are literally all my reasons why Spider-Man Far From Home is the second best Spider-Man film of all time. You know, my third one, I can put them in order for you guys. My third best Spider-Man film of all time is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And, no. The third, okay, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I don't even put the other ones on the list because I did not like the other ones. I hated Amazing Spider-Man 2. Even as a little boy when it came out, at 14 years old, I honestly was like, this is complete, utterly trash. Like, I was like, there's no type of character development with any of these people. Why are they in the movie? That's how I felt at 14. That's how you knew. It's like, you know it's bad when a 14-year-old is like, I had no character development with any sorts of these people in this movie. There was like a couple things that I liked in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it's like people like Arkasan, they loved Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little weird, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, you know what I'm saying? I will try to be back on doing my videos and, you know, just getting everything situated. But like I said, if you haven't, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get 20,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys next video post. Reid Nation, Reid, deuces. One love, peace. Catch you guys later. Stay subscribed, stay blessed. I'm out. See you.